Hello everybody, my name is GedGG1122 and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. Last time we completed the 3 green star trial galaxies and got ourselves our last 3 stars of the game, bringing our star count to 120. What a glorious number to see. This time we're gonna go fight Bowser properly on screen, and that's pretty much gonna be it. We're gonna complete the game and go to another world. But before we do, there is one piece of business that I'd like to take care of, and that is going into the library.
Ooh.
Let us begin.
Chapter 1, The Celestial Duo. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. "What's your name? Are you lost?" the girl asked the star child. "I'm Luma, and I'm waiting for Mama. She's coming for me on a comet," said the star child, who had been waiting day and night. "Don't worry, I'll wait with you," the little girl promised Luma. At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Hours turned to days, and then years, but still the sky revealed nothing. Finally, the little girl sighed and said to Luma, "If we stay here looking much longer, I'll be an old lady soon." But then she had an idea. "Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves?" The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky. And this is how the search for the Celestial Mother began. Chapter 2, Starbits. Days passed with no sight of the comet or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. "If I had known it was going to take this long, I would have packed more jam," said the little girl above the rumble of her belly. Before they left, she packed all the essentials: telescope, butterfly net, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavored tea, but "I forgot to bring water." At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter, and the girl began to pout. "For as long as I have starbits, I'll be fine," said Luma. "Want some?" The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. Luma continued to laugh, and the girl couldn't help but join in. "Alright, maybe just a nibble." Leaning far out of the ship, the pair began to collect starbits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. Starbits tasted like honey. Chapter 3, The Comet. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window. Thinking it was the morning sun, the girl peered through the window, only to find a turquoise-blue comet shimmering at her. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" The pair descended on the comet and found it was made of ice. They looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. "Look!" Peering down at the icy ground where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed the clusters of starbits encased in the ice. "Pretty good, huh? Finding starbits is my speciality," said Luma, beaming. "There's ice here, but it's so warm. I bet there's water here too." The two decided to stay on the comet for a while. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. Chapter 4, The Dream. One night, the girl dreamed about her own mother. "Where are you going?" she asked her mother's retreating back. Without turning, her mother replied, "Don't fret, dearest. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always watching over you, like the sun in the day and the moon in the night." A wave of sadness washed over the girl. "What about when it rains and I can't see the sun or the moon?" Her mother thought for a moment before responding. "I will turn into a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry." When she awoke, the girl's face was damp with tears. "You have starbits in your eyes," said Luma to the girl. Wiping her face, the girl replied, "These are tears, not starbits. I'm crying because I'll never see my mother ever again." At this, Luma began to cry too. "Mama, oh mama, wah!" The pair traveled through the starry skies, and though they encountered many other comets, not one of them held Luma's mother. Luma was despondent. Now, Luma, the rain clouds won't go away if you keep crying," the girl said, giving Luma a squeeze. "I'll give you a present if you stop." The girl closed her eyes and said gently, "I'll take care of you." With these words, she felt a small spark in her heart. Chapter 5, Home. "The kitchen will go here, and the library will go over there," the girl said busily to herself. "We'll put the gate here." Ever since the girl took Luma under her care, she's been bustling about at a feverish pace. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it to make a happy home. It turned out that starbits weren't the only things buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike any that they had ever seen, and the girl used them to build a home. Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, "Don't you think it's awfully big for just the two of us?" With a library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain, and gate, it was certainly spacious, but still, something seemed to be missing. "If only my father, brother, and mother were here," the girl said wistfully. Indeed, the house was too large for its two small residents. That night, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. Chapter 6, Friends. Then one day, while the girls sat sipping tea, a tiny apricot-colored planet appeared on the horizon. From the planet, another Luma of the same color emerged. "Do you two know each other?" the girl asked the two Lumas gleefully. Despite the girl's excitement, they seemed uneasy. The two Lumas neither drew closer nor backed away from each other. Instead, they just stared. Then one Luma broke the silence. "My mama!" At once, the apricot Luma parroted back, "My mama! My mama! My mama! My mama!" The two Lumas began to dance around the girl frantically, and neither showed any sign of stopping. The girl was so charmed by this adorable scene that she couldn't help but laugh. That's when something very strange happened. Suddenly, more Lumas began to pop out of the apricot planet. They were different colors, but they all shouted the same thing. "My mama! My mama!" The sight of all the shouting Lumas only made the girl laugh harder. "What am I going to do with all these children?" The Lumas just stared blankly as she doubled over, laughing. "I guess we'll have to name each and every one of you." Tomorrow, once she had finished naming them all, she would begin moving all the Lumas into the new house. Chapter 7, The Telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, a sudden thought popped into the girl's head. "I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was." That's when she remembered her father's telescope. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a starbit. How strange. It's so far away, but it feels so close. She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright and windy days. And I want to go home. I want to go home right now. The girl burst into tears, and the Lumas didn't know what to do. I want to go home. I want to go back to my house by the hill. I want to see my mother. The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. But I know she's not there. I knew all along she wasn't out there in the sky. Because... she's sleeping under the tree on that hill. The girl's cries echoed to the stars, and a hush fell over the area. Chapter 8. The Wish. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Luma drew close and tried to comfort her. Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama, because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me. I love starbits because they remind me of my mama. No, the girl said, unable to stop the tears. A lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin. I have an idea. I will transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey. With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky, and just as quickly started to plummet back down. Kaboom! Kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail. And then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking. Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things, said a red Luma, who had suddenly appeared. Stars, comets, planets, we've become all of these things. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes someone special smile, said a green Luma. A blue Luma chimed in. That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he? All of the Lumas together said, No more crying, Mama. Thank you, said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. Final chapter. Family. With its many Lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the Lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new Luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, All right, everyone, let's make a cake sprinkled with starbits. Then it will be a star cake. The Lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. As she watched the Lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, This is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile. Because that's what makes a mother happiest. That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favorite sleeping nook. The comet carrying the Lumas and the girl continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl's house planet once every 100 years, its proud white tail glittering in the sky. The end.
That's all.
My story is finished. Oh boy, that one is an emotional roller coaster to be sure. Yeah, I just wanted to show off this particular thing. I wanted to wait until we had every chapter unlocked and got everything else done, but yeah, that is essentially the origin story of the Comet Observatory and Rosalina as a whole. It's very sweet, it's very sad in places, and it's all the right notes. It really does. Let's go kill Bowser. All right, Rosalina, the Comet Observatory is back up to full power. We have all 120 stars, and I now know what motivates you completely. So let's do this. Are you prepared to travel to the center of the universe? Yes, let's do this. All right then, off we go. There's Warfield inside the castle.
Go, Mario.
They're inside. Hurry. Only one mission left to do. The fate of the universe. All right, well, as you can see, we didn't exactly just kind of fly in. We did come in here before, so I had to kind of work with what life gives me. Now, let's talk to these Lumas real quick. Mama says this fight isn't just for us. It's also about saving your special one. Please be careful. Whatever you do, don't fail. Won't fall either. Those spotlights have their own gravity. Try sticking to them. Yeah, so you want to stick to the spotlights and you want to stay within their range so that way you can be properly affected by gravity. We'll get out of here, kill those tribones real quick. We're gonna step into this spotlight and we're gonna walk alongside the spotlight so we can get here, cross with this spotlight. We're gonna cross our way here. You can get that one mushroom if you want, but I'm just gonna go ahead and plow forward because we just need to concentrate on moving ahead. And now we're gonna deal with this dry bones real quick. Or not. Okay. Be mindful of fire bars. Or not. Oh my god, I recovered from that so well. All right, let's move on. I did not recover from you. Let's just focus on moving ahead. That's the first segment down. Get these star bits here. Now we're on a lava planet. As you step onto things, things will either fall or melt, or they will constantly be moving. Be very mindful of the fireballs as you go ahead. As you can see here, Bowser's Galaxy Reactor is kind of a mishmash of, well, everything that we've experienced so far, which I feel is appropriate for a final level. This is technically this would have technically been the first time we experienced some of the aspects of Melty Molten Galaxy if you didn't play Melty Molten Galaxy before coming here. So it's very interesting. So here we have a white comet. We have these ice blocks that will disappear over time. So you don't want to stay on it for too long. You just need to keep moving and move forward. Go for that one-up mushroom if you want, but the main thing is that you just need to keep advancing. We got a one-up from all the starbits that we got. We are back on a planet with Instakill sand, so as always, you want to be very mindful of that and try not to get killed by the sand. As long as you don't touch it, you should be fine. More fire bars to avoid. We need to work our way to the right. Okay. And we're off. More starbits. And these platforms here, like the other ones that we saw before, they will disappear over time. So do not dawdle. You may think that you have a decent bit of time to dawdle, but you really, really do not. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, more starbits. Another one up. Only partially damaged, we just need to get through this lava planet. You have bullet bills coming at you, and lava that kills you because I am bad at the game. Well, I never said it was gonna be a perfect run. Yep, and you have to go back here if you die in that particular segment. That particular area is very unforgiving. There's coins here, I wanna try to get those. Thank you. More platforms that will go down if I can't control myself. Mario, can you please just jump? Okay. I'm just gonna wait for that one to go by now. Okay. I'm advancing on. And now we go here. Just keep hopping. Mario, why do you keep stopping to die? I don't get you sometimes. Man, I'm just getting comboed over here. Nope. Oh my god, come on. I need the... Okay. Okay, how far back this time? God! Okay. Mario, for God's sake, we are right here, please. All right, there. I don't want to talk about how many attempts that took to get through that, but we got through it. Looking for Princess Peach? Too bad, because she's with me. All right, guys, let's do this. It's finally time to save our girl. There's no immediate dangers presented here. Yet. I was wrong. The platforms will slowly get destroyed over time. You just need to be mindful. Get the life shroom, as always. I highly recommend you do so, especially since this is the final battle. You want to get that one if you can, but I don't care. I just want to get to the end. Let's go, big guy. Just you and me. Finally. Seriously, you got those purple coin missions done. You got here just in time to see the creation of my galaxy in the center of the universe. Watch and weep. From this galaxy, I will rule a great galactic empire with Peach by my side. It will last forever. I will rule every pitiful corner of the universe. So, Mario, as you can see, I got big plans, and stomping you is at the top of my list. Last epic Bowser confrontation! Alright, first of all, Bowser has some new tricks. To start off, he has the ability to roll around with a particularly shaped rock form. If you want to actually damage him, don't do what I did. What you actually need to do is you need to break him at the precise spot where he will be broken. Kind of like with those red crystal ones we saw before. So, if I can not screw this up, that'd be great. But I'm probably going to keep doing that. As a reminder, he still does the 3 shockwaves. He's not going to launch any fire until you get through this first segment. Once you hit him properly, just need to hit him a second time. Now I believe he will launch 4 shockwaves. Nope, still 3, but same thing as before. Just whack him once he's at the precise point, and then whack him a second time, and then bam. That will shift him to the proper phase 2. This is actually a lot easier to deal with than you think. Just whack the green plants into him. You don't need to wait for him to do any specific action. Just whack a green plant into him and you'll be fine. Be mindful, as in this next phase, he does use fire. If you don't want to wait till he does anything, he will use that spiny form. There's nothing you can do about that. You just have to use the green plants. And that brings us into phase 3. In this epic, amazing music. Now we're back on our favorite planet with the broken crystals. So now he's going to properly focus on stopping us. He will try to use his shell form to break us, well, flatten us that way. You just need to focus on being close to that. And then we just need to hit him in the back of the tail. Just whack him once. And then whack him again. Then he gets extra angry, and I believe this is the final phase. He's gonna shoot fire all over the planet. Remember that the fire does go around the entire planet multiple times, so be very mindful of where they are coming from, as they will ricochet back toward you. Did 2 unintentional high jumps there. Oh, barely missed. His trajectory got thrown up because of the crystal. Just stay around here. Nope. Gonna have to redo that particular phase again. So that's 5 shockwaves. All right, nice and burned. Whack. Whack, or not. Whack. And whack. And that's it. An epic clash of the titans, to be sure. Only one thing left to do, guys, is to get this Grand Star. Even though I've already technically gotten it because I had to do this level once in order to get the purple coin missions. But it all comes full circle. But fortunately, the pre-rendered cutscene goes past this rule, and we get a proper golden Grand Star to finish off our journey. We have saved our queen. Now that we've gotten the Grand Star, looks like everything's falling apart. No, my galaxy, my empire! This can't be happening! Uh-oh. I don't think we're getting out of that black hole. I never can't hide 7 feet, but this is ridiculous. Do you hear the baby stars? These newborns will grow up to become galaxies someday. When stars die, they turn into stardust and scatter across the cosmos. Eventually, that stardust reforms to create a new star, and so the cycle of life continues. But the cycle never repeats itself in quite the same way.
So,
You'll see. All has been restored. Even Guppy's here. Even the losers are here. Even Boss. Why is Donna Piranha of all people here? When did they get an invitation? But no love for King Caliente, it would seem.
yes.
All new life carries the essence of stars. Even all of you.
Welcome! Welcome, new galaxy!
And all of our favorite places are here. Or at least Gusty Garden is here. And that is Super Mario Galaxy. This Let's Play was one of those things that started as a kind of an interest in doing a trip down nostalgia lane, but honestly became kind of a very different experience. It is really a different experience actually going out of your way to 100% this game, to be sure. I know there were definitely some moments of higher frustration than I care to admit, but even so, this is one of the absolute best games that they had made around this particular time. it really just blew people out of the water and really drew people toward the Nintendo Wii, which is one of the better selling consoles that they ever had. And this was far and away one of its biggest contributors to that. I know people have some mixed opinions about the fact that Super Mario Galaxy 2 wasn't part of the 3D All-Stars collection, which, again, this is what we're playing it on. But all things considered, I'm still glad that we got this. Even though not too many changes were made between this one and the original, other than, upping the pixel count and changing some of the UI functions, I still feel as though this is, especially in the modern day, the best way to play Super Mario Galaxy. And I really hope that you all enjoyed my playthrough of Super Mario Galaxy. It seems like you all did.
Thank you.
I will watch over you from beyond the stars. And occasionally, we'll play Mario Kart together. And maybe Mario Party as well. And maybe some tennis. And some soccer.
Super Luigi Galaxy!
Now that we have completed all 120 stars, we now have the option to play as Luigi. Okay, so before we end off this video here, I do want to address one other thing, and that is the super secret mission that you can do, but I'm not going to do because it's entirely superfluous. So, now that we have the ability to play as Luigi, if I were to go through the game and defeat Bowser as Luigi, it would unlock the ability for Mario to access what is called the Grand Finale Galaxy, which is basically just another Purple Coin mission, except that he is walking through that intro segment that we do at the very start of the game. I'm not willing to do that because I value my time too much, and it is ultimately superfluous. It doesn't increase the star count. It's literally just a little final hoorah. So that is it, everyone. That is the end of my Let's Play of Super Mario Galaxy. So next time, we're gonna do something different. See you guys then.